11. Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Islands, 1989. Terry hoped to spot Amanda during the evening, but she was nowhere to be found. Despondent, he resumed his usual position at the corner of the bar and proceeded to drink even more heavily than usual. He lit a cigarette and was about to unsteadily make his way back to his villa when she appeared by his side. "Hi, Terry," she whispered in his ear. He turned quickly, which resulted in him nearly falling off the bar stool. He wanted to say something endearing, but his mouth couldn't seem to coordinate with his brain, and all he managed was a mumbled, "Hello?" "You really shouldn't do that. It's very bad for you," she said, pointing at his cigarette. "What?" he muttered. She reached over and took the cigarette from his fingers and stubbed it out in the semi-full ashtray that sat next to his nearly empty drink. "Oh." She sensed his predicament and suggested they escape the noise of the bar and take a stroll on the beach. Embarrassed at his condition, he tried to get his shit together but failed miserably. The result being that he had to lean heavily on her to make it out of there without crashing to the red-tiled floor. The 2 minutes it should have taken to reach the fine golden sands of Grace Bay took 10, much to the amusement of the other patrons. Amanda, for her part, fixed them with an angry stare, daring them to say anything until they looked away sheepishly. Upon reaching their destination, directly in front of where he was staying, he sat down on the cool sand and desperately tried to focus on the dark, moonlit ocean as she sat down next to him. They sat silently for a few minutes, him not daring to risk conversation, her wondering what was troubling him so much that he was drowning himself in alcohol on a nightly basis. She needed to make him at least somewhat coherent, and knew of only one way to achieve this. Standing, she kicked off her shoes and dropped her dress slowly to the sand, revealing her white panties and pert, pale breasts. Kneeling in front of him so that he could see her clearly, she took him by the